Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. I wish I had a bottle of rum instead of stinking Gatorade and antibiotics. Coca-Cola for Brother Internet there. We're the Front Row Fanatics, and we're continuing our review of Ultimate Wrestling's Total Carnage. And I'm not spewing out the dates and the place and the times and all that.
Should have been there.
Yeah. Should have been there. If not, you ought to know it by now, seeing the first couple segments. Take it away, Internet.
Okay, the setup for the next match started with the feature presentation with Carlos D'Angelo, your X Factor champion. His guest was the Canadian superstar Aeon Flex. And basically, Aeon Flex said, hey, how come I have not had a title shot for the X Factor championship? You know, you've defended it here, you've defended it there, you've got win after win and retained the title. How about me? And then about that time, Aeon Flex got a little lippy with him, started showing his ass a little bit, so Carlos gave him one to the jibs.
That's right, busted him in the jibs. So, and what really offended me about this most was the way Flex started talking down to Carlos, like, yeah, you're my bag boy, toting my bags, and I've toted you everywhere, blah, 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 around the Gulf Coast. And no one is denying Flex's abilities, his influence, and his help in the development of Carlos's career. But the way he was talking to him was insulting, and I don't blame Carlos for getting pissed and busting him in the jibs, man. He deserved it.
Showed a little disrespect.
Absolutely.
But a very good match, you know. Carlos, as I said, as the longer the match goes on, the better Carlos gets. He has stamina. He's in it for the long haul. But in the end, after 2 elevator DDTs and a sharpshooter, Carlos was unable to continue. Referee called it right there. Your new X Factor champion, Aeon Flex.
And that sucked ass really bad. I was totally disappointed. Do not think... excuse me. That's what that sickness does to you. That Flex was deserving of that strap. But, you know, what can you say? The man did it in the ring, so I can talk all the shit I want. And he'll just say, hey, Gargoyle, 1, 2, 3, I got it done in the ring. And he did it cleanly.
Yeah.
You know, no hanky-panky bullshit shenanigans. He did it, beat him cleanly, 1, 2, 3 in the ring to win that title. So,
like I said, the elevator DDT, one of my favorite moves right now. The first one he didn't really hit as good as he should. The second one connected.
Yeah, boom. That second one was, sent shivers up and down my spine, man.
Especially Carlos's spine.
I'll bet.
Okay, moving along. We had the Royal 4 winner, Death Row, taking on BTY, Colby Godwin. As you know, BTY and Joe Gibson are in a heated feud right now. And this was kind of gauge where he's at. And as you know, the Death Row has that Royal 4 suitcase on the line every match. Basically, the suitcase, there is a contract inside that'll give him a shot at the title whenever he wants.
That's right.
And let me tell you that this match was all over the place outside. I mean, but I gotta say, BTY took it to Death Row like I have never seen anybody take it to Death Row before. Spine busted, Death Row, middle of the ring. Did like a Michinoku driver type move on Death Row. Took Death Row out the ring, took him to the barn and whooped him. But in the end, he was setting Death Row up for the what is it? The
Mega Crusher.
Yeah, right, the Ace Crusher. And Death Row pushed him off into the ropes. Big boot. 1, 2, 3. Death Row gets the win.
And a lot of people, you know, including Joe Gibson, who's been on the harping on Colby Godwin bandwagon here. If that match with Colby and Death Row, along with the match that Colby had against Frost last month, didn't show you why he is one of the up-and-coming young stars on the Gulf Coast, well, I don't know what to tell you. Excuse me. He got in there, and he stood, as you said, toe-to-toe with Death Row like nobody has before, including you, Joe Gibson. And he matched him punch for punch, kick for kick, blow for blow. That was one of the most physically intense matches I've seen in the history of Ultimate Wrestling.
Absolutely.
So anybody better give a thumbs up to BTY. No disgrace in losing that match right there to Death Row, the monster Death Row.
And
so.
Colby said it best after the match. He didn't say one word. He just looked at Death Row and...
That's right. That close. Maybe next time, Big Daddy. And I believe BTY will be in the hunt for a belt, whether it's against his friend Cameron Frost or maybe against Aeon Flex for an X Factor title shot. I believe Colby should rise in the Ultimate Power 5.
Absolutely. And you know, it's a shame that Colby doesn't have the best win-loss record there is at Ultimate, because he's steadily delivering 5-star matches. And, you know, when you get in there, when Colby wrestles, you can say, you know who wins? The fans. They win. But, like I said, I'd like to see him get a few more wins in the win column. And I don't know if it's just, you know, wrestling in a new promotion or what. Like, I can't put my finger on it. But, fans, if you get a chance to see BTY Colby Godwin wrestle, definitely check it out.
Well, not only that, too, you got to look at the caliber of opponents that Colby Godwin is wrestling at. He's jumping right in there against Joe Gibson.
Bobby
Dahl, Cameron Frost, Death Row. He's stepping in right to the cream of the crop of the Ultimate Wrestling roster. So, excuse me again, I don't know of too many wrestlers that would come out with an outstanding one-loss record against that lineup of competition there. So he's got nothing to be ashamed of so far in his tenure in Ultimate Wrestling.
Absolutely. Well, right now we're going to move on to the main event, which was the Ultimate Legend, the Black Sheep, Bobby Dahl, going up against the Master of Devastation, Cameron Frost, who is the Ultimate Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And this match exceeded my expectations. You know, Bobby Dahl's, I consider him more of an old school type guy, and Cameron Frost is definitely new school. And in the end, you know, Bobby Dahl hit the total blackout on Cameron Frost. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Cameron Frost had his hand on the bottom rope. Bobby Dahl was protesting this heavily, but they started the match back up. And in the end, Bobby Dahl had Cameron Frost laid out on the mat. Bobby Dahl was climbing the ropes to do who knows what, but Cameron Frost got in there, slammed him off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Cameron Frost is still your Ultimate Wrestling Heavyweight Champ.
And for a change, the referees got this one right, too, you know. This match between Frost and Dahl, two of my favorites, you know, on the Gulf Coast, was an excellent match. Despite the protestations of Uncle Jim, you know, doing his best, Frost was there on the rope, and unfortunately Bobby didn't get the Duke right there, but once again the fans won, as it was another high-quality match battling for the Ultimate Wrestling Heavyweight title. And
yes.
One thing I wanted to mention, too, is Bobby Dahl threw out there that Cameron Frost is having a tryout with Ring of Honor.
And he deserves it.
You know, and so I think that's cool. I don't know whether, you know, that was Bobby trying to be funny and rub something in Cameron's face or not. This has not been verified to me. But if it is, great. He deserves it. If it's not, shame on you, Bobby Dahl.
Right.
And I guess at this point we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.